Hi guys, happy Saturday. I believe it's Saturday. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I decided to come talk to you guys today. It's really pretty actually outside. But I haven't been on here for a minute, so I decided to make a video. It's so crazy because I was gonna tell you guys about a dream that I had, and it's funny because I usually don't talk about my dreams on this channel too much. I just kind of like give certain advice on here, but on my podcast I talk about my dreams more. But it's so crazy because I just decided to do the video regarding this dream because I always talk to you guys on here regarding like as far as like success, right, and going towards your goals and stuff and having faith, right, and pretty much believing in yourself and all that, and how everything usually work out the way it's supposed to be in the end, as long as you do right by yourself and others. And I think I mentioned that a lot on here before, and so I just decided to do a video, I guess. But anyway, so I wanted to tell you guys, there was not too long ago, I was going through some stuff, right? So it's just crazy, but like usually when I go through things, which you guys already know from my previous conversations on here, I just kind of like I don't really stress too much about it because I always have faith that like it's gonna work out right somehow. And so I try not to beat myself up about certain situations. And so I kind of had a similar situation, not too bad, but similar to that, recently. And so I wasn't really worried about it because I was just like, I'll be fine. I'm not gonna worry about this. And so it's so crazy because like I think I have fasted for a few days, and usually like when I fast, maybe for like 3 days, like I start getting more downloads and everything, and like my dreams are very vivid and everything. And so around that time when I was fasting, I had this dream where my car was messed up, but I was like close to my old apartments where I used to live with my stepmother at, right, with back in the day. But my car was messed up, right? And so in my dream, I was like, oh, I'm right by the house, And so I was just like, I parked my car and went inside the house because it's the closest house that I knew, And so I went inside the house, and then there's like Pizza Hut boxes everywhere in the fridge, and it was like dark. And I seen her sitting down, and I opened the fridge and I seen Pizza Hut everywhere. And then on the bottom, I seen a huge bowl of salad, and it looked really good, right? And so I was like, I asked her, I was like, can I have some of the salad? Or can I have that salad? Because it looked like it was sitting there for a minute, right? And she was like, no. Because at first they seemed all happy when I got back, right? Like, oh, you came back or whatever. We thought you weren't going to come back or something like that. And then I went to the fridge, and there was like all these pizza boxes. But at the bottom of the fridge, there was like a big bowl of salad, right? And I was like, can I have that salad? And she's like, no. And I was just like, okay, so why are you being rude again, And so it's weird. I woke up, and I was like, that's weird, And so then I had another dream like the next day, or maybe 2 days later. It was like I went to the house or something, and they were like calling me, and they were like calling my name, and I was inside the house though, but I was just like, it's like they were trying to get my attention or something. And these are just people from my past, right? So I was just like, they're just calling my name. And there was pizza. Yeah, there was pizza boxes. Oh yeah, I was just in the house randomly, and like there's Pizza Hut boxes again. I was like, what the heck is going on with Pizza Hut? Why I keep seeing Pizza Hut boxes every time I come here, you know? And so I just seen pizza boxes, and then I seen this baby in the high chair, and he's eating a bone, like gnawing on the bone, and in the high chair, and like they're just washing dishes, and there's just like all this pizza boxes, and I was just like, I'm not gonna eat any pizza right now, you know? So it's just weird. And so that's the second dream, right? And so as the days went on, I don't know, like, if it meant, like, maybe they're trying to get my attention and saying that they can get me something, like, I could depend on them, you know? Because it was weird, because, like, my car was messed up in my dream, and I just ended up there, because it was the closest place, and it's like they seemed like they were going to help me, but then it's, like, changed, right? And so, I don't know if it was, like, a dream, like, they be playing in my dreams, you know? Like, come back, you know, but I didn't, and so, like, or depend on them, and it seems like, right? And so I was just like, because why did I keep seeing pizza boxes, you know, Pizza Hut? And remind you guys, I was fasting too, so I wasn't thinking about pizza, I was thinking about the salad, you know? And then they denied it to me, right? And so I was just like, okay. And so then the second dream, I dreamt about the pizza boxes too, but I wasn't worried about food like that. And so I woke up and I was like, this is weird. And I remember a few days passed, as I was saying before, and I had the last dream I had was weird. It was like it was weird. I was like inside of, my car was messed up, of course, in my dream. So I like walked to the store, and I was like walking around the store, and all of a sudden, like, I was like walking, it looked like Walmart or something, and I was walking down the aisles, and I seen like money just laying on the shelf in Walmart. It was an empty shelf. There was nothing, no items or anything, merchandise hung up or anything. It was just shelves. So I was walking down the aisle, and I seen this jar of it was no jar, it was just like money. And so I was like picking up it was like $5 bills, $10 bills. So I like picked them up, right? And I was like, this is cool. And I was like, maybe it's a blessing, right? And I was just like, But like right around it, like next to it, there was like this huge jar, and it said donation, right? And so there's money inside the jar, but there's money on the shelf next to the jar, but not inside the jar, right? So it was like laying around the jar, but it wasn't inside the jar. And so I remember I seen it in my dream, and I was just like, because I had already picked up the money because I seen it on the shelf, right? And so then I seen the jar, and I was like, oh, maybe the money just fell out the jar, but it was like not a lot in there, right? It wasn't overflowing. So I was just like, okay, so obviously this money belongs in the donation bucket because it's next to it, right? So I'm not gonna just take it when it's probably for the donation bucket, right? And so I just took the money, right? Even though I needed it in my dream, I think, but because my car is messed up and stuff, right? So I was just like, nah. So I just picked up the money and I just put it inside the jar. And I walked away and I left the store, and like all these people are driving past me laughing at me and stuff because my car. And I didn't even care though. I was just like, whatever. And it's weird because like that's why I always say, like, that's why I made the video, because I think I mentioned on here before that I feel like life is like a lesson, like it's kind of like a school to me, like in a way, like, because like I always get dreams like that where I get tested inside of my dream, and it's like, what are you gonna do in this situation? Because I've had dreams like that before, to where there's something sitting next to me, and it's like, are you gonna take it or no? And then I don't, you know, and I always get blessed afterwards. And so in this dream, it seemed like I was just getting tested, and to see what I was gonna do with the money. Like, are you gonna put it back, or put it where it belongs, that you know deep down it belongs, you know, or are you gonna take it? But I put it back, and I woke up and I was like, that's a weird dream, right? But I woke up to a blessing the next day. Like, it's so crazy. And so I ended up being okay. And everything started falling into place, like literally right after that dream. And so it was like a test. It seemed like it was just testing me to see what I was going to do with the money, you know. And it's so weird because I'm like that, though, because first of all, I don't like taking what's not mine, because I don't know, it doesn't have my essence, you know. I don't know, I just feel weird okay, let's say, because, you know, back in the day, like when I used to work in offices and stuff, you know, people would steal other people's lunches, and out the fridge, like literally, and they'd be eating other people's lunches, and I'd be like, that's weird, like, because like you don't know what they're doing when they're preparing their lunch, you know, like if they wash their hands, you just don't know. And it's just disgusting to me, you know. Or I don't know, I just I just feel like if it's not mine, it's just like I don't want it, you know. But that's just how my mind works. And so I've always been like that. Even if I got free things, like by default or something, I'd just be like, I don't really want this because it's not mine. I don't know. But I've always been like that, so it wasn't really hard for me to deny the money in the dream, you know. But I could have easily took it because I needed it, right? But I was just like, nah, I'm good. And I think I've saved myself a lot of times by doing certain things like that, you know. Especially with the eye surgery. I think I mentioned that on here before, when I was like, I denied it, you know, because I would have been messed up if you think about it. Like, I think you got to get checked up like within like 6 months, and like you got to get it retouched and all this stuff, right? And I'm like, if I would have done that, I would have been jacked up. So I'm glad I didn't do it, you know. But I just use my discernment and with a lot of things, but it saved me. But it's so crazy because like it's like they're trying to call me back in my dreams like they usually do. But the thing is, like, it always made me feel stronger, because like every time I just have faith in myself and be like, I don't have to go back to the past just to get out of the situation. I can figure out a solution myself, or, you know, to get myself out of it, or at least a different route, you know, because there's always different ways around certain things. And by me having faith and knowing that God's going to take care of me, because I knew I'd be okay, like, eventually. I knew that, right? So it's just a matter of time. And so, like, it's like towards the end, right before the good happened, is like I was tested, you know, to see. That's how I felt. But I was like, that's so crazy. The next day, you know, I was just like, oh my gosh, maybe that was just a test. And I always say that. I feel like life is a test, and yeah, I don't know. But I wanted to talk about that because it's so crazy. It's kind of creepy though, because sometimes I'd be seeing people they used to attack me in the dream, you know, but kind of like Nightmare Before, or no, what is it called? Nightmare on Elm Street. Just like that. I'd be like, I hate to wake up. Not anymore though, like I'm good now, but it's crazy. But I'm glad I didn't backtrack, you know. So, and it always makes my faith more stronger each time. That's why I always, like, even if I'm in certain situations, I know I'll be okay, you know, or at least I'll think that, because I know it's true, and so I don't stress too much about it. And by me having faith and knowing it's gonna be okay, it usually works out somehow, some way, you know. And then once it does work out, just like last time, like I feel even more, you know, enriched in my faith. Like seriously, I didn't have to depend on anyone, you know, and it's just like, it just builds my confidence even more. And then my faith just gets even stronger every time, and it always works out in my favor somehow, you know. And I think it's because of my faith. Like, it has to be. I don't have anything else to depend on but my faith, right, with myself. And I've talked about this in my old videos to you guys. I always tell you guys, like, to keep it pushing, you know, because in the end, everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to. I always tell you guys that, and that's why I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about it today on this lovely Saturday. I really don't do a lot of videos on the weekend, but I was like, I have not been on my channel in so long, so yeah. I've been posting a little bit on my podcast though, but yeah. But I'm just on my daily stroll. But yeah, I just never felt comfortable taking things that weren't mine. Like, oh no, it's weird. Even food, I'd be like, because it's like, that's not what I want. I want what I want, not what you wanted. I don't know, it's just a mental thing. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to come say hi. I wish you guys a good weekend. Is it? I wonder. Let me make sure it's Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday. I really don't be paying attention to the days, but yeah. But as long as you guys, I've learned, like, as long as you have faith, you know, everything works out in the end. If you do it the right way, you know. Like, you really have to believe in yourself though, but you actually have to do stuff towards it too, like little by little, if you can't do it all, you know. I don't know. That's why I'm still gonna be doing my videos too, but I don't know. I've spoken about this a long time ago. Even like with my weight too, like it was like slower for me to do it because my workout got rudely interrupted back then. So it just took a little longer for me to get where I wanted to be. And now I think I'm where I'm wanting to be. Well, pretty much almost there. And it's like, I still worked on it even though I was busy and doing all this other stuff. I still at least took like 5 minutes, 30 minutes at least to work on my body still, you know. And I have faith. Like, I used to have a double chin. Like, if I go back and look at my old videos, I'm like, dang, my chin is like really doubled out for real. And I remember I used to get annoyed every time I talk, I feel it, and over time it just went away. I didn't even notice it, but now I notice it. I used to always see it in my videos. I'd be like, oh my gosh. But by me working on my body like every day, like, or yeah, just little by little, over time it took longer from what I was actually doing in the beginning, but I was still able to reach my goal. So, and that's just by having faith that I'll be able to do it regardless of how busy I was. And just staying active literally just helps. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. So I hope you guys have a good day and great weekend, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.